wonderful people, and welcome to the world of Positively Ginger. I'd like to introduce myself. So, I'm Ginger. I am based in Yorkshire, and I just like everything positive and bubbly and fun. I'd like to pass you on to my co-host now.
Hello, all you wonderful people. My name's James. I am also Ginger, hence the name of the podcast. Similar to Ginger, though, I do love being positive. I like showing people and how like the best version of themselves and how other people see them, and I just like helping people and sharing positivity with the world.
Oh, that's lovely.
So is yours.
Thank you. So today we wanted to talk about just mainly introducing ourselves, so you got a feel for us, so you know who we were, and you can just have a listen to us have a good natter. I'm probably going to laugh a lot, so you're probably having an audio warning right now if you're wearing earphones.
Same with me. You need an audio warning for me too. I've got a really random laugh.
So James, what does positivity mean to you?
Positivity means to me, it's a brilliant question. I'm just gonna sort of go slightly out of give you some context first. So I've got autism and dyspraxia. For those that don't know, the autism especially, it's a neurodevelopmental disorder that can cause I'm trying to think the best way to word it, sort of it can cause overstimulation and misinterpretation of emotions, which is something I've struggled with throughout my life. However, as I've got older, it sounds like I'm going to be on Titanic 84 years later. As I've got older, I've learned to be who I am and accept who I am and just do things that I enjoy and to spread positivity. I love helping people, so always be there for my friends and family. That brings me joy. That helps me be positive. I like not I can be serious when I need to be, but I like to be silly as well because I think there's such joy in just being silly and having fun. Um, Such as making TikToks about my Jellycat eggs, for example, and setting up an Instagram a few years ago where they got more followers than me, which was hilarious. Um, and I just and my pets like bring positivity to me as well. How about you, Ginger? What does positivity mean to you?
So positivity means quite a lot of things. I also sort of mirror what you say about, friends and family. But to me, how I like to vision positivity as like you've got a jar, and every time you're positive, it just fills it up with that little bit more of sunshine, magic, pixie dust, whatever you want to call it, and however you want to imagine this jar. And it's just so nice to have it overflowing, spilling. But then on your hardest, toughest days, you can open that jar when you need it the most, and then that positivity can really flow back through you. And negative thoughts are there. You're valid to have them, but I'd always try pursue positive thoughts and a positive mindset. It's just for me personally, with my own mental health, I always find if I'm in a negative situation and I'm personally negative about that
Yeah,
situation, it gets so much worse. And then I spiral and I spiral and I spiral. Whereas if I'm in a negative situation, but I take the positives out of that, it's still a negative situation. It still can be shit, but at least then there's that little bit of hope, there's that little
yeah.
glimmer of silver linings and all that sort of jazz. I know some people don't believe in them, but I think that really helps to just have those key moments to be like, actually, this is fine, or this will be fine eventually, and then just always refer it back to being positive. I think when you spread positivity, it, if you're positive, you spread positivity, and
I
you
agree.
really help other people in that sense as well.
I think that's such a beautiful, poetic way to think about it. I think that that's a brilliant sort of technique to use. It's always like you said, you're just filling up this jar full of positivity and magic and happiness, and that you can use it when pull on it when you need to, when you are feeling down. I think that's absolutely lovely. I think that's a brilliant technique. I know we're not therapists and we're not claiming to be therapists, but I think that's fantastic.
It's just a nice thought to think of rather than I don't know. Sometimes people can think positivity is too much, but me personally, I feel like you can never have enough positivity. Even on your like darkest, horriblest days, if you just had like that little sprinkle of
Yeah,
positivity, I think it makes just a massive change, even just your outlook and how you view
definitely.
things. So,
I
yeah.
completely agree with you. Like, I was about to call myself the therapist of the friends group there. I'm not a therapist. I'm going to make people think of a therapist. I will cut that bit out. Uh, so, no, I completely agree with you. Like, I know, like when friends have difficult situations, that although I'm there for them, like I do take what they're saying seriously. I do like to, similar to you, I like to sprinkle sort of a little bit of fun in there just to get their emotions back up and to help them see that it might, although whatever they're going through, it might be devastating, but it's not the be all and end all. Like there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I agree with you completely. I think being positive, you can never be too much positive. Like I know some people it might be the cup of tea, but if you sort of the when people's being mean to you and use the killing with kindness like mentality, which is something that I use, that just sounds like I'm just being overly nice to people because they're being mean to me.
It's not, don't worry. Trust me, if you were everybody's cup of tea, you'd be a mug and nobody wants that. So
Absolutely love that. We need that on a t-shirt or on a mug.
oh, we've got his merch line already.
Absolutely. Planning ahead. It's all about the merch.
Guys, if you want to buy any merch, just like
Let us know. We'll do a
I can
poll
get
after the
t-shirts
podcast.
ready.
A clarification, we're not doing this just for the merch, even though it might come across. But if you do,
Yeah, we're only joking, don't worry.
I lost my thought then.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Honestly, this is brilliant. Um, no, that also another brilliant saying. Just putting that out there. You're full of brilliant sayings.
I just collected them over the years, I think.
It's fantastic though, because no, it is completely right that not everybody will like each other, and that's okay. But then also, if somebody wants to be positive, don't rain on their parade and let them be who they want to be. Let them have
Yeah,
their happiness. It's sort of, especially with autistic people, I think most autistic people probably have what society views as childish hobbies or childish mentalities. So sort of having connection to plushes in later life, for example, or using fidget toys if they're overwhelmed, which can be seen as childish. So I think, especially for coming from a disability perspective, I think just let people be, let them be happy, and just let them enjoy themselves. Because if you took that mentality, potentially, then you and just did what you wanted to join, as long as you're not hurting anyone, then that's a good thing.
let's be honest, if we all saw everybody that way and we all just let everybody be, there'd probably be no wars.
Absolutely, completely agree.
It would be nice. It would be
It
a
would be
very
lovely.
nice world to live in, but unfortunately that's not the situation. But we've got to deal with
Make the
what we've
best of it.
got right now. Yeah, make the best of it.
Exactly, which is why I think, yeah, which is why we started this podcast in the first place. Let's face it, like we could see,
Yeah.
like it's just such a negative place at the moment. And I know, like both of us are very similar in our outlooks on positivity, so we thought we just wanted to spread that with the world and share some happiness and joy with you, and hopefully you enjoy it too.
Yeah, spread the love.
Spread the love, people.
We sound like we're going to be one of those hippie podcasts. We could be one of those
We
hippie
could be, why
podcasts.
not?
I don't know, whatever you interpret it as, but we're just two people having fun and having a laugh, to be honest with you.
I was gonna be,
It's
yeah,
basically the aim of this podcast, I think, is just whoever, if it's us, if it's guests, I think it's just have fun. Um, everything be a bit light-hearted, especially in dark world times. Just have a pinch of lightness.
I agree. Like this is the first time I've gone off script on a podcast, and it's just really us recording a chat, isn't it, really?
Yes.
Which is the best
Just
way
having
of
a
doing
good
it.
chin wag, really.
Make it natural. Got my cup of tea next to me.
I've got my Iron Brew next to
Oh, I
me.
love Iron Brew.
I also love
Does
Iron Brew.
Iron Brew bring you positivity?
Yeah, why not? I think Iron Brew does give me positive. To be fair, I think any fizzy drink gives me positivity. Dr. Pepper the most.
Oh, nice. That's a
I
good
am a
choice.
Yeah, I'm a Dr. Pepper girl, definitely. I
Um,
love how off beaten track we've gone.
I mean, it's sort of off that, but it's sort of linking as well.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, listeners, we just really like fizzy pop. So,
We
what's your
do.
favourite fizzy pop? What
Hashtag
brings
not
you
an ad.
happiness?
Although if anyone wants to send us some,
Hey, we'd be up for collabs.
we absolutely would. We're just selling ourselves out now on episode one. Joke.
We're whoring ourselves out for a piece of Dr. Pepper.
I'm more of a Fanta person if anybody wants to get me Fanta.
Oh, but which Fanta though? Can I
Favorite
ask this
Fanta?
question? Yeah.
It would have to be the Beetlejuice one they brought out last year. The
Really?
flavored one.
Really? See, the American version of the apple though is way nicer.
I've never had
Way
the
nicer.
American version.
When
I
you
need
next
it.
go to Florida, you've
Oh,
got to try
absolutely.
it.
Next year. Woohoo!
Oh, you go next year?
Next year to Universal, yeah. Haven't I told you? This is bringing me
No, you've
positivity.
not told me.
Just to share
This
my
is
holiday
positive
plans with
news
the
for me.
with the world. Shall
Come
we
on,
talk?
tell me more. Tell me
No,
more. Tell me
no.
more.
Okay, so yeah, next year I think that we are going to leave this bit in. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, yeah.
Um, next, so I'm a massive theme park enthusiast. Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah.
Um, I was very fortunate and lucky to go to Disney World, Walt Disney World. I'm also a big Disney fan as well, which I'm sure will come up multiple times during these episodes. Uh, but I was lucky enough to go to Walt Disney World Orlando for my 30th a few years ago, which now terrifies me because I'm not going to give away my age, but that bit's come out. So how do you do that? So I was lucky enough to go to Walt Disney World for my 30th a few years ago, and I just instantly fell in love with Orlando. I lo had a brilliant time at Disney, and I know some people combine sort of going to Universal and Disney in the same sort of holiday, but for me, I just wanted to immerse myself in that Disney magic and just spend the week there, especially as I was traveling on my own, which was an amazing experience. If you want to, I definitely recommend it if you can do a solo trip to Disney. Um, so, but this time I'm not going solo. I'm going with my mum because it is her. I'm allowed to give her age away. It is a very significant birthday. She's the one who got me into theme parks.
Oh.
From a young age. She absolutely loves them despite having a fear of heights. So, but she's never been to America. So I literally, I think it was a few months after returning for Disney, I was already looking, as you do,
Oh, yeah, you do. You definitely do.
for other Orlando holidays, and originally it was going to be this year, but we thought, you know what, it uh, it's cheaper to go in my birthday week, and it's my mum's 70th. She'll be all right.
Oh, but that's so lovely though. That's so nice.
I know. We're gonna try and fit a day to Disney in as well because I want her to experience
The
Disney
Disney magic.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like we've both been to Paris, but she's never been. Like Orlando's on. Paris is brilliant, and I love Paris, but Orlando's just
I'm gonna
different.
say nothing can quite top Disney World, Florida, to be honest.
I completely, agree, especially with Epic Universe as well, opening in May.
That's in Universal, isn't it?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Universal. Yeah, I can't wait for that as well.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be busy, busy, busy.
I know.
I'm gonna say I absolutely love Disney too. So we're both big Disney nerds. If you've not
Absolutely.
already gathered that, if you don't already follow us, or anything like that, we are huge, huge Disney fans. I mean, I'm literally wearing my Darth Maul
Oh, nice. That's such quality.
hoodie now. But yeah, so I've been to Florida 5 times, and I've been to Disneyland Paris twice, and I'm going hopefully again to Disneyland Paris at the end of this
I'm
year.
sure
So
you
that's
will. Believe it.
really nice. Fingers crossed. Keeping it all positive. Fingers crossed.
I'm overdue a
Um,
visit to Paris.
yes, you need to go, especially now they've got what do you call it?
Avengers Campus?
Yes, my brain just completely
So,
just blanked then. Yeah, so now it's got Avengers Campus. It's just amazing. Like Sam really didn't think he'd enjoy it or
yeah.
enjoy it as much as I would enjoy
Oh,
it,
bless him.
and he actually had a better time than I did.
Oh, wow.
So
That's the Disney magic right there.
exactly, exactly. Disney is magic,
I
and
agree.
always would recommend a trip to Disney. If I could, if I was feeling sad, I'd try and take a trip to Disney, but not feasible. So I'll just stick a Disney
Unfortunately.
movie on and do some karaoke instead.
Oh, Disney karaoke sounds like a right fun. I remember when I went for karaoke, I did some Disney songs. Towers all the time. I did that, which is weird because it's a duet, but I did it on my own. But hey,
Oh, do you know you're not doing it right if you're not singing a duet by yourself. Like you're
absolutely.
not doing it right if you're not doing that. Like you've got to sing both parts, high, low, in between. Even when they're
Oh God,
crossing words over each other, you just got to sing it all.
just
Got to do it
own it
all.
and have fun because that is what positivity means. Singing.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, I know we're not going to be filling this like podcast full of affirmations and
No,
stuff like that. That's kind of not the vibe. It's just kind of two people having a laugh is
absolutely.
how I'd want people to view it rather
I
than,
agree.
you must be doing this and you need to do this and blah, 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 blah.
You need to
It
go
just
to
it just
Disneyland.
drones. So you just need a bit of
Totally.
laughter and a bit of chatter. You could be cleaning up while you're listening to our fantastic voices.
Oh yeah, our voices are absolutely amazing. I mean,
Absolutely.
here's a fun. I don't know if you know this. You probably do because you've got a brilliant Disney knowledge. Did you know that when they were looking for locations for Disneyland or Euro Disney, as it was called, that the
It's
U
going to be in the UK.
going to be in the UK, but the government said no.
I know. But then they were like, "Oh, we'll have Universal though."
Yeah,
They clearly realised how much they missed out on because they would have had a lot.
they would have had a lot. Imagine if back in 1994 that Disney was built, and all these years later.
It'd have been so much cheaper for us.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd have been there every weekend though.
Same.
There's
I
no
would get an
doubt
annual
about that.
pass.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Annual pass, I'd be there every weekend, every day off. I'd be there. I won't be messing around.
No, I wouldn't either, honestly. I just, yeah, as soon as Universal Great Britain's over, I'm getting an annual pass. I don't care.
Yeah.
It'd be worth
Even if
it.
you go like 2 times a year, it'd probably still
Pay
pay
for
for its
itself. Yeah.
costs. Exactly. Just think of all the birthday opportunities then.
I
You've got
know.
lots of birthday opportunities.
Exactly. And like you could just go one land, you could spend like a whole day in one land and then another day in another land. And if we ever get an epic universe and you've got five lands there, it's just magic.
Exactly. Exactly. And then an Islands of Adventure and a main Universal and this and then
Yeah.
that. Yeah, just as long as we get Shrek and Shrek's done
Oh yeah.
right.
Yep, yep, yep.
What's your opinion on Shrek 5?
As someone who grew up in, and I don't judge things, as I hope you know, but as someone who grew up with the original films, I'm excited for Shrek 5, but I'm not overly excited by the animation choices.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. That was a wrong choice to make, I think. Yeah. Positive wise,
Yeah, it's another
it
Shrek.
it is another Shrek film, and it has been far too long since another Shrek film. The only thing I just don't understand is they did Puss in Boots not so long ago, and
Yeah,
Puss in Boots was still the same
absolutely.
animation.
Both of
So
them.
why
Yeah.
change? Why change it?
It's odd.
Shrek has got Botox now.
Shrek with Botox.
You
He
know,
hasn't
you
aged
could
well.
you could literally count the pores on Shrek. He made it really relatable. I know he was green,
Yeah,
but it's really weird because he was more humanized back then, even though
he
he's an
was.
ogre and all this stuff. But I was just meaning the pores on his face, having features that are not blurred or blushed.
Yeah,
I think that makes a massive difference there.
I
And
agree.
also, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think.
I completely agree because if you look into the deeper meaning of Shrek, it is about sort of seeing the beauties in the eye of the beholder and
Yeah,
like loving the imperfections and like seeing who's on the inside and the many layers. And
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It just looks like they just put him through a filter on Snapchat or Instagram or something like that.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with fillers.
No, no, no.
If it was a brand new film that didn't
Yeah,
already have a franchise and already a very
educated fan base.
iconic characters, I think it'd been fine. But
Nostalgia of us. Yeah.
it's the nostalgia, but also there's four films of Shrek.
Yeah. And
So
spin-offs.
that yeah, oh yeah, and all the spin-offs. So
Change it.
why change so dramatically? You know your audience isn't gonna like it, like.
I completely
But
agree.
it'll be an interesting watch, and I'm very hopeful that they just go, actually no, we'll change the design back, and just mirroring what you said, it's about loving the person on the inside. Everybody is lovable. It's not just about being filled with Botox or having filters or anything like that. Your natural self is beautiful. And that was a really important message of Shrek, and that's sort of already seemed to have gone a bit squiff. Um,
I completely agree with you. Like you said, there's nothing if it's not ain't broke, don't fix it. Especially with Shrek, which is an iconic franchise that so many people have either grown up with or found through Netflix or other services it's been on because it's always repeated on TV.
oh yeah, especially at Christmas time.
Oh, absolutely. Can't have Christmas without the ogres. Oh, I love the Shrek Christmas special. Um, but hopefully, similar to what happened with the Sonic movies, hopefully the studio will listen, DreamWorks will listen, and hopefully it will go back to its nice, lovely design again.
Yeah, and then the whole story of Shrek, of the positivity of you can be yourself and someone can still love you, I think is a very important, topic. I know obviously it's got kids and stuff like that, and the
Yeah.
kids are going to have their own issues now, which
Oh,
will be
definitely.
it'll be interesting to see that though, because then it's like we've essentially grown up with these kids
Exactly.
as
Yeah.
well.
Which is
So I think
lovely.
yeah, it's just really nice, and hopefully it's a really nice storyline as well.
I hope so. I don't know. It didn't really give much away in the
No,
trailer,
it didn't.
but this episode has been out about what positive means to us. Like, just want to say thank you very much for listening. We'd love to know what does positive mean to you? What does positivity mean to you? And what do you do to enjoy yourself? Um, hold on, I'm just about to cough again. Sorry.
It's all right.
So, just to sum up from this very first episode, like we hope you've enjoyed this episode, but it was all about just an introduction to us and what positivity means to us in ways that yeah, just our likes and dislikes and what brings us joy. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Positivity Ginger. Just to sum up, that as much as we talked about lots of different subjects, like at the end of the day, this episode we just wanted to have a bit of a chat, a bit of a natter, because I think we both of us agree that if you're if in a down place, like it's better to either speak to someone, so a friend or a family member, if you can, because for me especially, I know that helps me a lot. Like I've got a good support network of friends, and that we can just, it doesn't even have to be about what's bothering you. It can be about anything or everything, as you've heard in this episode. Do you have
It
any
can
more
be
to add?
just a good general chin wag, and that's sometimes all you need
Absolutely.
for a happy day.
I completely agree because the friends, they love you for who you are. And if you can find someone you can talk about anything, no matter how random or how sort of, so yeah, a chat always helps, especially if you find someone who you can talk about anything, no matter how silly it can be. If you just have funny in jokes that cheer you up, like, or if you just need a helping ear, like that really helps. But I just want to say thank you all for listening to episode 1 of Positively Ginger. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed us. I want to thank you to my amazing co-host Ginger as well. I've had a lovely chinwag with you. Just remember that you are loved and that love is love, no matter what your sexuality or gender identity or disability or body size. Love is positivity, and I hope it brings you, whether that's sort of love of a friend, love of a relationship, family love. Do what you enjoy, go out there, enjoy yourself, and you only live one life, so try and be positive if you can and do stuff that you enjoy, because I know that helps me when I feel down. But if you're in the UK and you'd like a confidential talk with a professional regarding any mental health support, if you need to talk to a professional, you can always visit mine. Samaritans or contact switchboard via phone or email. Spread the love and positivity. We should be accepting inclusives every day, especially at time of recording. It's International Women's Day. I think personally, as much as it is a fantastic day and it is needed, but especially show love and respect to women every day of the year and female presenting and people as well. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.